for a monster game. It's too bad he can't score like this every night.
So the Bulls 5 right now. Gibson is the 4 with Gasol at the 5. Butler and McDermott filling out the perimeter. And it's Gomes in at point. Now here's Iguodala. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Iguodala's got it back down to single digits for the Warriors. Here is Gomes. He kicks to Gasol. Left side, Butler. Pass to Gomes. In the corner, it's McDermott. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. Gomes misses.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
Curry gets the bucket.
There is no way a player like him can be left wide open like that. Did you pay attention to the scouting report?
Gasol kicks to McDermott. Gasol passes to Gibson. That's short off the rim.
And out of the gates here in this second half, they have not started well. 0 of 3.
Curry kicks to Green. And the Warriors get it back.
You know, even though he missed that three-point shot, I think the defense has to do a better job of challenging the shot.
Yeah, as a coach, you can really ill afford to have those types of opportunities presented against your defense.
Starting to get restless here. 0 for 4 to start the second half.
Feeds to Iguodala. Rebound by the Bulls. They've led by as many as 14 points.
It just hasn't been a very good day for him, guys. They need him to start burying some of those.
Now here's Freak, guarded by Curry. McDermott dishes to Gomes. Here's Gasol, and fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. They get Andre Iguodala.
Gasol doing all sorts of things. He has 8 points, and he has 1 steal to his credit as well.
And Clark, he's just done a great job defensively. That 1 steal doesn't tell the whole story.
He hits the second from the line. Warriors trail by 7. Let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Well, Kevin, I was able to listen in on what the head coach of the Chicago Bulls was going over in his huddle. He told Gasol that he wants their offense to run through him. Coach is calling on him to play a big role in the offense for the rest of this game, to really be one of the key guys for them down the stretch. Perhaps the rest of the second half will look different after those adjustments, Kevin.
Thanks, Doris.
Good pick, but he just couldn't make it count.
Yeah, nice job of setting the screen by his teammate there. And I'm sure he appreciated it.
Now here's Butler. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. McDermott kicks to Gomes. And it will go, and the Bulls' lead is cut down now to just 5 on the bucket from Klay Thompson.
Wow, that's a really smooth finish.
That's why they always love seeing him at the end of those breaks. He makes it.
Here's Curry. Green at the 4 with Bogut at the 5. Curry is out there with Livingston, and it's Thompson in at the small forward. That's the Warriors' 5. And he gets it to go.
Well, they left it until the 4th quarter, but finally, the run they needed to get back into this one.
I didn't think it was going to happen for them, quite honestly, but they finally turned it on, turned it up a little bit. Now they've got to come up with some stops.
Here's Rose, and he banks in the layup. Rose has got 9 points here in the second half.
That's a heads-up play there on offense. The pump fake cleared the way for the nice layup.
On the wing, Thompson. He feeds it to Livingston. And count it. 2 points for the change for 1 more at the free throw line.
And this offensive explosion has narrowed the gap.
Almost happened too late, partner. I mean, their offense didn't come alive until they were nearly out of it, but it is alive now.
Taj Gibson's checked in for Chicago.
You know, huge height advantage there, but because of the great body control, he's able to cancel it out.
Agreed. The body control essential in that situation. I mean, if you're giving up a bunch of height, then you better be able to manufacture things in the air.
Wow, has he flipped the switch at halftime? Much more effective here in the second half.
Gasol setting the pick for Butler. Sinks the three-pointer. And the Bulls lead by 3.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
Livingston kicks to Green. No good off the back of the rim.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Gibson passes to Gomes. Back to Gibson. Down low. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
And when it comes to size, it's not a one-on-one matchup that favors him.
Well, you wouldn't know it with that finish, I tell you. I mean, that took a little bit of creativity right there.
And the Warriors making a change here. Iguodala's checked in. Portis is checked in for Chicago. The Bulls leading by 6. Gomes dishes to Gasol. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. The drive by Thompson. A quick shot there, and it's off target. Bulls have gone a perfect 4 of 4 to start the final quarter. Can't ask for anything more than that. Gasol kicks to Gomes. Good, and the assist goes to Gasol. 16 points for Freak.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passing.
And again, no good by Golden State.
Boy, that's a surprising miss right there. He usually feasts on those wide open opportunities.
And it's blocked by Curry. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. He dishes it to Bogut. And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
The Bulls making a switch here. McDermott's checked in. The Bulls leading by 7. And Gomes kicks to McDermott. Gibson the screen. Butler against Thompson. Butler passes to Gomes. The Warriors pull it in. Green's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Here's Curry, and that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
Key buckets, and we know he delivers down the stretch.
And what's your take, guys, on the hustle stats for Chicago?
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
The number of second chance points they've gotten is also impressive. I mean, they've kept so many possessions alive with offensive rebounds.
And a wide open look for Freak. And again, Chicago, no good. Pass to Curry. Green, the screen. Curry dishes to Thompson. Green with the screen on Butler. Pass to Iguodala. Just 4 to shoot. Great D that time from Gibson.
Usually, if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there.
And Gomes kicks to Gibson. Offside Gasol from 12 feet out. And the jumper is on the mark. And the Bulls lead by 6.
And a big height advantage right there.
You know, it's tough to bring a big man that far away from the goal, but that might be a mismatch they're willing to live with.
Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Steve Kerr was saying to the team. He was riding them pretty hard for the number of silly fouls they've committed in this game. He said, listen, we need to have some defensive discipline. Stop fighting on the shot fakes, stop reaching in, and stop giving them free points at the free throw line. We'll see if they'll respond, guys.
Thompson against Butler. Puts it up from 17, and Curry pulls it down.
That's an excellent challenge right there. Good job contesting that shot by the defender.
Here's Thompson, rejected by Gasol. Now here's Freak. Butler on the wing. 54 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Offensive rebound.
I wonder if switching baskets really threw him off. I mean, because he can't get anything to fall this half.
Thompson with it. Now defended by McDermott. And now they decide to foul intentionally. 36 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one, and that's an intentional foul. And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second. So he comes up empty at the line. Game could be on the line right here.
It's basically now or never for them.
A tough position. Fires from 14. Thompson from long range. Sinks it. And what a sensational bucket to bring them within one.
Those are huge points.
Beyond huge, partner. I mean, they needed that bucket desperately.
And an intentional foul there stops the clock.
Yeah, you can't let them hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
No, you got to foul. I mean, it's going to come down to free throws here. Foul right away.
And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a three-point game.
Those were pressure-packed free throws. And he looked as cool as he could be. So big to give them that three-point lead.
Here's Curry. Off target from the wing. And they foul intentionally. That's what they have to do at this point. So the first one drops, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. So he gets them both, and it's a 5-point game.
That ought to do it. I think any chance for a miracle comeback just went out the window with those freebies.
Here's Iguodala. Thompson from long range. Laces one from three.
He's got some serious momentum going right now. He's been great all day. Even last game, he was on fire.
First free throw is good, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 4-point ball game. 6 seconds left in the fourth quarter. For the three. And so the big win by Chicago in a tight game. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy here tonight.
You know, Kevin, I sense that as well. I mean, they really did feed off all of that negative energy this crowd was directing at them. I mean, they turned it around and used it as motivation to close out a significant win.
And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Well, first off, congratulations on this win, Pau, and tell us how you feel about the team's progress so far this year.
Well, we've done a lot better. We've done a lot better recently, and we want to continue. We don't want to get complacent. I think we still got ways to go and things to improve. But we're definitely doing a lot better than we were.
Always good to see signs of progress, Pau. Thank you for the time. Gentlemen?
Thank you, Doris. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Many thanks, Kevin. So now we move on to our Jordan player of the game, Pau Gasol. Right out of the gates, he came out strong, making his first 3 shots and helping establish some offensive rhythm. What'd you notice about his performance, Kenny?
I can't imagine a player having a better night from the field than he had tonight. His shooting percentage was off the charts. He used every trick in the book to get those high percentage shots. He shot from every direction, and there was a little bit of luck here and there, but he was on fire.
Well, he showed us just how good he can be when he's at the top of his game. And the building was stunned. You saw people leaving early, throwing popcorn, throwing hot dogs, spilling soda. He put on a CSDP, a crowd shut down performance. Man, that's what I'm talking about, Ernie.
And that'll do it for our broadcast tonight. Hope you enjoyed the show. For me and Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew. Have a wonderfully